I have made a terrible decision. I quit my job to draw pictures for a living. Okay, real talk. I have always loved comics and I've always wanted to make comics since I was a little girl. But it's always been someday. Someday when I'm better. Someday when I've taken this class. Someday when I figured out how to draw this very specific thing. You know, someday when I have more time. But the thing is, someday doesn't get books made. Making books gets books made. So this year I did something kind of insane. I quit my very stable job as a data scientist to become a full-time artist. Now, I'm very lucky. I have many lovely people who commission me. I sell prints at conventions, so I'm not a starving artist. Yet. But comics have always been my real dream, and so I'm done waiting until I feel good enough, and I am making someday today. So for the next 6 months, I am creating the first issue of my comic from scratch, and you're coming with me. Okay, and confession time, I'm using you guys as an accountability tool, because it's one thing to tell myself I'm going to do it, it's another thing to tell the internet. No pressure, right? And you might be thinking to yourself, okay, but what is this channel about? And that's a great question, imaginary viewer. Each week you'll get one of 3 videos. The first will be production videos, which will be time lapses of the entire process, not hiding anything, the good, the chaotic, the ugly, and the why did I choose to do this in the first place. And you'll also get lore videos, which will basically be deep dives into the world building, the characters, basically video essays meets lore building shenanigans. And the third thing that you'll get is tutorials, which will be intermediate to advanced techniques, not necessarily how to draw a square, even though straight lines are quite difficult. And every now and then you'll get a video about whatever chaos has happened along the way. And in 6 months this will end in one place, a Kickstarter where we will launch the first issue of Infinite and Momentary, where you'll get a real physical comic in your hands that you can smell and hold and breathe in, assuming that we hit the goal, which I have no idea if we will, but that's the point, we're going to find out. So if you want to see a superhero universe built from scratch, if you want to learn about comic creation as I'm going through it, and watch someone risk it all for a dream, then definitely you are in the right place. So what's the comic actually about? So this comic is called Infinite and Momentary, and it follows Thea McKay, an idealistic trainee who has uncontrollable powers and an absolute desire to prove herself. All she wants is to belong in Pantheon, the world's most celebrated hero organization. They're the public heroes, the celebrities, the perfect polished face of order. But when Thea gets her first real mission, she starts to realize Pantheon's perfect image is a lie. This is a story about institutional corruption, the cost of belonging, and what you do when you realize your heroes aren't who you thought they were. Thea's not a chosen one, there's nothing particularly special about her. In fact, she's very much struggling in the trainee system. There's no evil mastermind hiding in the shadows. The villain is the system itself, and that is what I wanted to explore in the story. So whether you want to learn more about Thea's story, or you're interested in learning about the creative process of making comics, or you just want to support a creative journey, hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss a thing. Oh, and one more thing, drop a comment to let me know what's in your someday folder. What project have you been putting off? And let's work on it together.